Bloody hell, I'm knackered after that Q&A, NJ. We've changed shirts now, so I don't smell. Time to do Q&A number 94, which isn't going to be an hour long. It'll probably be more like 20 minutes long, like a normal Q&A that we do.
And this is going to be a good Q&A, because the thing is, the best thing I like about this weekend, or this time, is the live Q&As we do, the amount we do. I just wish we could do more.
Yeah, indeed. Subscribe to us down below, comment down below, and like the video as well. And keep your questions sending to us via inboxing us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, with the hashtag BritishFistQA. We have a hashtag Off the Road Show, don't, which makes us immediately better than them. There we go. That's all we do. Plus we're British. But anyway, we're the British Fist. Very, very subdued British Fist thing there. I'm Mr. Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me is other than NJ.
What's up?
Gotta love the what's up. Anyway, let's get right on to this Q&A, as I'm sure the people are just wondering why the fuck we're faffing around like we did in the hour one. Mr. TNA 2005 asked us 3 questions. Miz was getting Flair past the torch on Raw 1000. Claudio Big Rob 2, and the first pay-per-view after that they were having a match on the pre-show. How would you comment? It was a shame that these two had a pre-match. I really felt that it deserved to be on the card. They had one at Elimination Chamber. They blew off the feud on SmackDown, I think, in a 2 out of 3 falls. It was a shame that it was on the pre-show, but you don't expect that kind of match that's had build to be on the pre-show.
And the sad thing is, I don't think the WWE have really planned that feud very well, because we've got Mania coming up, and it doesn't look like this feud's continuing, or it doesn't look like it's going to be the Mania match. So I don't think they really planned this feud very well.
No, it was a bit of a shame, really, that this didn't maybe blow off at Mania. It was an interesting feud. It's just a shame it was pre-show, and now they blew it off on a SmackDown. How would you think of an against all odds match concept? This could be interesting. With the world champion being against all odds, him starting first with an opponent, after one gets pinned, here comes the second, after the second, blah, 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 until the last one, the 10 wrestlers. So basically the champion going through a gauntlet in an against all odds. The gimmick is no longer there anymore, so it can't really be done. It's an interesting concept. But I doubt that TNA would really want to make like 9 other people look really weak by being beaten, especially the last one, by a very, very injured opponent, unless they have them win the match.
I personally really did like the gauntlet match. It was pretty nicely done. The last one I remember is when DX was there. They had to go through sets of tag teams to get to the end.
Okay, Spirit Squad as well. I remember they went through 5 of those.
The stuff like that was good. I think if they did it to a champion, especially when they want to take it seriously, I think that would definitely make them look important, especially if the others like past champions. And it would, it'd be a long match if they have to go through probably 4 different ones. But I'd go for it, yes.
If Joseph Park would win the TV title at Lockdown, how would that be beating Devon? Very simple. Which is the second worst championship run in TNA history after RVD's horrendous X Division title run that seemed to last for decades.
I've got it.
Madison Rayne.
Eric Young.
And Eric Young.
Stupid Divas.
Robbie
E. Championship.
That's so many. Gunner. I mean, so many shitty tag team runs and so many. Lost Stereotypico is another example of a shit title reign. God damn. Bad influence were the Scots on the first episode back in England. Jolly old England. Who should be the Englishman that lost to William Wallace as a tag? I think it was William Wallace as a tag team in TNA. It should have been, if the British Invasion was still around, which they still kind of are, because Magnus is there. You know, you got Douglas Williams in a bit more of a backstage role. They could have been the Englishmen to come out to, you know, face the Daniels and Cows who were doing this whole Scott Braveheart thing, Blay. That's, yeah, so there we go. Noah James, Twitter. One of the very rare Twitter questions we get is we're not very active on Twitter. We should be, though. If you are active, I'm just lazy in general with Twitter. What's your favourite finisher, current era and attitude era? Current era, I do like the GTS. I think that's a pretty good finisher. An attitude era, People's Elbow. I always love the People's Elbow.
I'm going to go with the Pedigree, and probably more than now times the Pedigree, you can count that as attitude. Now I'm probably going to say the Solaris one.
Oh, the neutralizer. Or you mean the uppercut, the European uppercut move that he does?
Yes.
I like that move. That is good. I remember when we first did that on FCW. Boy, was I impressed. Favourite member of the Shield and why? Mine's Dean Ambrose. I've always been a fan of Dean Ambrose ever since he's been on FCW, and so I'll say purely Dean Ambrose for many, many reasons, which I've been through many times on previous videos on my channel and this channel.
Even though I like either one of the other two, I like Reigns because of the fact that he's a big guy and be taken really seriously, even though that's typical in WWE. And
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, just because the way he performs, or we hope we're going to be seeing in the future, is something that's going to get people to want to see him more.
Mark the Fish. Out of Undertaker's 20 wins, what's your top 10 best matches? Well, okay, so we'll start off like the two we had with Shawn Michaels were fantastic. He had 3 with Triple H that were generally very good, so that's 5.
Kane's first one
was really good. That was a good one. Edge at 24, Batista at 23, Orton at 21.
Big Show and Albert.
That'll be one of the worst.
I know.
Something we can definitely agree on, MJ. So, I mean, we got 10 pretty good matches there. One of the other worst would be Big Boss Man and the Cell. It fucking sucked. Yeah. And then let's just move on from that suckdom. If you could bring one wrestler back to life, who'd it be and why him? Eddie Guerrero, yep. You say Eddie Guerrero, if it's to be different, I'll say Macho Man.
It's just that Eddie Guerrero, I think, especially now, he's still got many wrestlers who I would love to see him against. There's Daniel Bryan, there's Seth Rollins. I think even CM Punk, especially now. And I think, to be honest, I can see so many great things coming from him.
Eddie Guerrero could have been one of those legends that could really do a lot to put over mid-card guys and new stars. I really think he could have done that job very well.
By Macho Man.
And by Macho Man as well. Best ever ladder match. A lot of people would say Razor versus Michaels Part 1, like Mark the Fish did. Rock versus Triple H at SummerSlam 98 was a very good ladder match. Royal Rumble 2001, Angle versus Benoit was a pretty good ladder match. TLC 2.
I'm about to say, because when you think of ladder matches, you do think of classic matches like the one you just said, but you think of the TLC added recently. Another one, some people compliment Jeff Hardy and Taker, but there was Jeff Hardy and RVD one time, I think.
Yeah,
that was pretty decent, yes.
Yep. What about... I can't remember what it was now. There have been many good TLC matches, which you could count as ladder matches, but those are the ones that stand out for us. RFV089. What are some of the good points about John Cena? Okay, this is a good question. I like questions like these because it goes against what the YWC says about John Cena. I'll say this about John Cena. He's a very good company guy. He obviously puts a lot of effort and work into what he does. He's obviously very passionate and does a lot behind the scenes, like the Be a Star. He does the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's obviously a very good company guy that is very passionate about what he does. You can tell that in his work. So I think one of the good points about John Cena is he definitely wants to do his best in the wrestling business and be a very good role model for people that watch the wrestling business. So that's one good point about John Cena. Plus, I think he's very good at talking on the mic when he's been given the right promo to say, and when he's, in a serious character that I can, in a feud.
Number one, yes, if he's so good with charity, just bug off and do that. And the other good thing is, he's a family man. Whenever a song goes after his dad, he's like, oh no, I've got to do something, come here.
He did get divorced this year.
So he's not much good points apart from charity, bug off then.
He likes fat girls? I don't know. But do you think Brock Lesnar's return, if kept a secret, would have been a much more awesome moment than it was? It was still a very good moment. I do know what you're saying. You heard the Lesnar chants, da-da-da-da-da-da. Would have been a better moment if the crowd didn't know. But it was still a great moment either way. One of the best of 2012, I would say.
I think sometimes knowing someone's return does help. The thing is, like, for example, Triple H's return 2-on-2. So knowing Lesnar's going to be there is probably getting the crowd wanting to be there, wanting to watch that particular Raw. But I think a surprise factor, and for him to come out and go straight to John Cena, could have been another big way to draw him back.
Do you think there should be a specific criteria in order to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, much like sports in the US, like basketball, baseball, and American football? Well, the thing is, WWE, you don't have the 5 tall thing. You're not based. It's not results based. It's based on how respected you are in the backstage, how much you help the business.
I do think there should be a criteria because some of them were thinking, why has that person there, what they've done?
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, there should be some criteria, but they've got the criteria of if you've gone to TNA, you're not going to make it to our Hall of Fame and all that stuff, but I think there should be a bit more criteria just to cross out the ones that shouldn't really be in there.
I see what you mean, but it's not really results based. It's a predetermined sports. So you can't really have a criteria. It's not really how this thing goes down. What's the best day in your life? This can be from a wrestling standpoint or a life point of view. I don't really have one. I take every day as I take it. Being born, I guess. I don't really have a best day, unfortunately. I know you probably will have one because you always have good answers for these kind of questions.
I'm going to share two. Number one is when my long-term best friend said that she loved me and she had done for many years. And my second point is when I was a father.
Yes, so we not elaborate on that? Or?
Well, my friend sadly is no longer here with us, and the child, again, it was just a really big thing because obviously I didn't believe it or see it, and it happened, and you know, just a beautiful moment.
I'll say that. Two things I am very much looking forward to: having a woman that loves me and having a kid. You know, so you've already experienced that. I haven't. And I'm looking forward to experiencing that. I just don't know when the fuck it's going to happen. Anyway, let's move on. Who do you think are the top 5 guys in pro wrestling today? This could be either WWE, TNA, or ROH. Top 5. Would you say like Cena, Austin Harris,
Bird, Punk, Santino,
Kevin Steen? I thought I'd just go for...
Even though we don't watch ROH anymore.
No, I don't watch ROH anymore. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I mean, there are 5 top guys. I think most of the top guys are from WWE. I don't see how you can say a TNA guy is a top star. But, you know, Cena, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker. It's funny, only one of them is in the current roster. But there we go. Which wrestling maneuver do you think is hardest to execute? 540 splash. Who the fuck can do that?
I'd say you couldn't even say Cesaro, especially depending on who he's doing it to. There's Ryback, as you've seen him botch a few times, little joke there.
Yeah. The Canadian Destroyer. I mean, that's quite hard to execute.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
What about having more tournaments? Yeah, why not? Tournaments are a good idea.
Beat the Clock Challenge, I missed that, I love that. Beat the Clock Challenge. They do it sometimes, yeah. The Gauntlet thing we talk about, that could be another one. King of the Ring, that's another tournament. So there's 3 tournaments that I personally want to see again. I
mean, I don't think you should do it all the time, but having a couple of tournaments a year is a good idea. You know, they build up guys that keep winning, and win the tournaments. That's good. Nathan Nerdmage, what was the worst WrestleMania main event ever? Oh god. Main event. Cena versus Miz, I still think was a shitty main event, personally. Hogan winning the belt at WrestleMania 9. Hogan and Sid Justice. Sid Justice was a terrible main event. What other main? I can't really think.
Again, I'm not really good when it comes to main events. If you said matches, we could probably get to a later question or another time. But main events, normally the main events is the big payoff, the big blow off. So you don't really expect them to be too bad. Many
people said that Triple H and Orton wasn't very good. I don't know, but I think there have been worse. Personally, that's just me. List in order what you would want to have happen to the least.
Okay.
Justin Bieber winning the WWE title. One Direction performing at WrestleMania. Raw going to 5 hours and have to watch it live. Raw going TVY. YouTube being shut down. Wow. Oh god. Okay. YouTube being shut down is what I'd at least want to happen. Raw going to 5 hours. Raw going to TVY. Justin Bieber winning the WWE Championship. One Direction performing at WrestleMania. Because at least I could skip it if One Direction performing at WrestleMania.
Most to least. So in mine, thing that I would want most to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, most to happen. Again, I'm going to explain it as I say it. I'd say Raw 5 hours because look, you said you have to watch it. No, I do not have to watch anything. The next one, I'd say YouTube shut down. There's other websites.
They're all bad, aren't they? It's such a tough decision.
The concert things. A kid winning a championship, being the youngest champion. Okay, I'm moving on because Justin Bieber can.
Clearly, you're not a believer.
No, not a bit. That druggy.
That druggy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Justin Bieber doing
he does weed and everything.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
allegedly. And everything.
In the words of Ian Hislop, allegedly. What are your guys' favourite fast food restaurants? Anything to do with pizza and Chicken Palace. I love Chicken Palace. We both love Chicken Palace, don't we?
Yes. Fast food, I just say anything that is actually fast.
Not counting McDonald's. What is the most overrated moment in WWE history? The gobbledygooker being shown, or the gobbledygooker. Yeah, that was a bit overrated.
John Cena's title win. Which one, NJ? You tell me.
You've gone into a Q&A and asked a question. That's not how it's done. Jamal Payne. Would you rather 3MB end take a streak in a 3-on-1 handicap match, or Cena be the WWE champ for 2 years straight? I would rather see Cena be the champ for 2 years straight because I would not want to see 3MB end take a streak. No fucking way.
I can see Cena getting 2 years. The WWE love to make Cena champion.
He'll be the longest reigning monster of the modern era.
Out of the 3MB, there's no way they're going to beat him. They can use weapons, but it won't happen.
Oh, let's not even go there. Hiddy Gastra. What would you guys think of the possibility of a militant atheist gimmick, either heel or face, in either TNA or WWE? Hey, it would be a very unique gimmick. So why not try and do that to try and get heel heat? Maybe not.
I don't think it will work, but could happen.
I think the YWC would probably shit on it, but there you go. Sweet Latte 18. If The Rock debuted around the Golden Era, what gimmick would they have given him? Probably the Rocky Maivia stupid gimmick which they gave him, which is stupid.
Yes.
Or like Rocky. Or something. They'll probably try and recreate Rocky or something like that. I don't know. And what do you think he would have... And do you think he would have been a main eventer then? I think he would have shown signs of being a main eventer, but one person would have been holding him down, the Hulkster brother.
I think they won't be able to deny when he grabs the mic to cut a promo, he's still going to get good reaction just because of him being raw.
Your thoughts on the Olympics cancelling wrestling from the 2020 games? I don't really care. I know I should, but I just don't. I don't know why.
Number one, I don't really watch the Olympics. I do keep up to date with it via the internet. And the other thing is, it's not a real sport. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, it's all real to me, brother. If you were in a horrible movie, pick one female and male wrestler to kill off first. Wow, this is a good one. If I was going to pick one female to kill off, it would be Madison frickin' Rain because she's so frickin' annoying. And one male, it would probably be Robbie E because after a while, he'd probably get really annoying as well, bro.
My female, I think, because I just think the WWE are not try and do anything with her because she's got the same thing for the last year and a half. AJ. And the wrestler, I wonder who NJ's gonna say.
Yeah, I wonder.
John fucking Cena.
When he swears, things are getting serious. If you're gonna kill off AJ, can you at least let me,
You kill off, okay.
I don't want to. No, I don't know. I want to do something else to her. I don't want to kill her off. I want to do something else.
Well, she'll have a corpse.
I want her to do something off to me. I'm just saying. Anyway. LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, one-on-one, who'd win? Michael Jordan, easy. Even if he's playing for the Wizards or playing baseball, he would still win. Not that we care about those silly American sports, baseball and basketball. They suck. Leave comments 100. You've left a question. That's good. Who's your favorite WWE diva of all time? I will say Trish Stratus.
Lita, but you say WWE Beth Phoenix.
WWE 6636. Missing, oh bloody hell, 666, the number of the beast with a 3 in there. If SmackDown went back to Thursday nights, do you think it will affect the TNA ratings? And do you think Vince McMahon will own TNA one day? I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting thought. TNA going up against SmackDown.
Even though I SmackDown will still beat TNA, I think I personally feel that TNA would drop a little bit, but not heavily, because people still support TNA. But the fact that there are some people who still watch SmackDown, if it went to Thursday, I think SmackDown would win.
And do you think Vince McMahon will own TNA one day? I don't think he will. I think TNA have pretty much set themselves as a second tier company. I don't really think Vince McMahon will ever, unless they fall real shy of some real financial difficulties.
If TNA actually do find the click that gets their ratings boosted up, and Vince McMahon wants something to do because he's bored, but by this time Vince McMahon would have retired, I'd say yes, but no.
Triple H might be doing it by then. Howard the Man. Would Raw and SmackDown get better ratings if Raw moved to Friday and SmackDown to Monday? No, because Raw would still get the most ratings because Raw, the program, has been programmed by people to be seen as the A show.
Days of the week doesn't really affect.
And I guess if you move to Friday, a lot of people will be going out on Friday. I don't know. It's difficult.
They'll probably choose Raw over going out.
We're gonna be in social and watch Raw and not go out. I'm not going out. Not saying a thing, turning around my head in a spin, but I won't need to scream and shout. We're not going out. Love that theme. Jeffers Sirius. What do you guys think about new wrestling match types? Bring some in. Oh no, here we go. This is his idea. I would suggest a raised Royal Rumble 2 meter more surrounded by 6 tables. Also a cage with no doors with a ladder on top, which you have to climb to retrieve the title. Gap to climb into the cage ceiling. I know it's dangerous too, so what the last MSL match was pants. This is like that, remember that triple cage match they had on WCW? Where it was like Hell in a Cell cage, little mini cage. It'd be like that. Any new match types at WWE, I don't think you could really think of any.
Number one, I think the point of match types is that when they've tried to bring some in, they always show some similarity to other ones they've already made. Street Fight is the same as Noel's Bar and all this stuff, so do what you want. The last big match that didn't do was the Elimination Chamber, because of how different that was. If I had to try and create my own, I think the only thing I would work on is having a match that is... I'll probably just improve the cage, if anything, because, again, I've had so many complaints about cage matches.
Do you know what they could do? They could have, like, Elimination Chamber tables match, like, where to get eliminated, you have to go through a table, or you have to go through a pod.
Table matches suck because they're so easy.
Yeah.
Hence Sheamus and Cena.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what a fluke win that was. Anyway, that's another fun Q&A from us, the British Bliss. Keep giving us your thoughts on the questions you've answered down in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, go check out our Q&A. If you need something to put you to sleep at night, that will definitely do it. Not because we're boring, because it's so freaking long. Anyway, NJ, do another one of your exciting outros so that people don't fall asleep to my voice.
Thank you very much, people. I hope that you've enjoyed this Q&A. This has been a fun Q&A. I've enjoyed this. Dan's enjoyed this. I'm all I'm going to say, people, is please keep the questions coming in, because the more questions we get, the more we can keep going towards the 100 mark, where we're going to probably do especially for you guys. So please keep them coming, because the British Bliss are all about the money. Yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah.